happening, guys? Chris, VA Travels, out here in Salisbury, Maryland, and about to visit Poplar Hill Mansion. Yeah, historic home that goes back to 1795. I'm gonna go inside and take the tour. Yeah, here you go, Federal House Museum. Construction began 1795. And you'll see that cool Palladian window right above that pediment. And here's some information right here. Name thought to be of the 19th century origin. It was built, this is saying 1805, so maybe it was completed 1805 and put on the National Historic Register 1971. Cool, all right, yeah, all right. So it had the Maryland state flag, probably my favorite state flag, with the Calvert family seal on there, the yellow and black. But yeah, let me go inside, escape this heat, and take the tour. All right, guys, made it inside and taking a walk through the central passage. You'll see this old mercury mirror hanging on the wall here. Empire style mirror with a punch bowl down here. An Asian motif. And you've always got to have a picture of George. Has a determined look in his eye here. First room to the left here is the parlor. It's where they would entertain. And this here is a cross between a piano and a harpsichord. And it still works. They say this is one of only two in the country. Looks like this is Humphrey's Pond, the northern neck of the Wacomico River above the Tumbling Dam, done by John House in 1885. Colorful cornice up here, the dental molding. Nice shelf clock up here above the fireplace. Okay, and you see the servant's call bell. Pretty nice embroidery, but they don't know who this person is, Rebecca Risk, but looks like it was done in 1804. Random Napoleon figurine. I don't know if these are just collectibles, but I guess it kind of matches the Empire theme with some of the furniture and objects. Made it into the doctor's office, and this is the table where Dr. Huston would perform his surgeries. Old medical book right here. And don't ask me what these items are, some sort of pump right here. Jeez, some sort of cataract surgery. Bloodletting tool called a phleem right here. And I recognize some of these objects from the apothecaries I visited.
and scalpel. And your bloodletting bucket. Pretty detailed anatomy drawings. Biology. Unique chair right here, probably a patient's chair. Okay, a mixture of sulfur and salt pepper. This here is a cork press, and of course used to seal up the tops of bottles. We've made it upstairs, and pretty good view of the backyard. Collection of old black and white photos of the house. Obviously the attic right here, and you'll see the chimney shooting through. Interior view of that ox-eye window up on that side gable. Newspaper article from July 17th, 1975, their big grand opening. And yeah, just celebrated their 50th anniversary. Interesting record player over here called the Olympia. I've never seen one like this, but supposedly it still works. And you'll see it's hand cranked. Looks like a drawer down there to store your records. Back of the Palladian window, and you can imagine there used to be a dirt road out there leading to the house. And this area we're standing in would have been Sarah's office. Now we're in the girls' room. Picture here of a morning dress, day dress, and an evening dress. This old leather shoe going back to 1790, it was found in the wall. And there's an old English superstition dating back to the 13th century that children's shoes were to be placed in walls of homes to ward off evil spirits. and caretaker named Annie. This is where her dress caught on fire. Unfortunately, she died, and there's still the burn mark on the floor from where it happened. Children's potty, chamber pot down there. You'd think they'd have a lid on that thing. But yeah, your typical rope bed over here. And this is the key used to tighten the ropes. Looks like this would be the case for the fiddle right here. Lady that painted this was accused and convicted of being a Confederate spy, so she never signed her paintings. Quick look into the basement, and you'll see some of the original wood joists along the side here. We're in the keeper's room, where the food would have been prepared. Some pretty interesting items in here. Beehive basket down below. Okay, pie cabinet. Pretty neat perforated design. Looks like a tulip maybe. Tall boy over here with some Chippendale brass drawer pulls. Flattened urn with a bale handle. One of these 4-panel Asian changing screens. Wow, some really good detail on here. Fat cats over here. Looks like they've emptied out a few wine bottles.
All right, yeah, just took the house tour. A lot of neat items inside. Surgical equipment was pretty neat to look at. And okay, so I found out, yeah, work began on the house, yes, 1795. The original owner died before it was completed. Then Dr. Huston purchased the house, finished it up, and that would be 1805. Of course, he was a doctor, also a surgeon, and he had his practice inside. And that would make this Salisbury's first hospital. I'll go ahead and walk the grounds. And there's a smokehouse back there. Looks like maybe a little herb garden. Let me see what this says over here. Just something about the gardens, I'm sure. And it says Serpentine Gardens. Planted and maintained by the Four Seasons Garden Club. Oh, all right, we'll take a look at the side. Ox eye window up there. Pretty cool pediment. Dental molding going all around. Yeah, just a big clapboard house. And oh, all right, so this is a pollinator garden, and it was used to attract bees, butterflies, hummingbirds. Yeah, okay. See some insect, there's a little butterfly right there. But walk around, take a look at the back. And they've got some new siding on there, it looks like. Oh, some mismatched chimneys. Okay, another outbuilding over here. I'll walk over and see what that is. First, let me walk down this little alley of hedges. Okay, so some people who have maybe donated. Yeah, here a little bit of nature, and of course you've got your magnolia, cedars. And so what is this? Okay, necessary, the bathroom. It predates the Civil War. It was originally built as an outbuilding for the house on SE corner, on the southeast corner of North Davidson and Broad Streets. All right, so yeah, I moved this here from another location. Cedar shingles up there. Okay, there's a full-on shot. Yeah, Palladium window. Right behind the stairway, just inside on the other side of it. Oh, all right, fountain right there, and you have lights. So yeah, they have events out here. I would go to their website. They've got events throughout the year. I remember he had mentioned that they would have reenactors from the War of 1812 come out. I believe that's in May. So sounds pretty interesting. All right, probably had a garden going on over here at one time. Alma Welsh Memorial Garden. Okay, so this must be the smokehouse. Yeah, all right. Poplar Hills Historic Smokehouse. It was reconstructed by the Mason-Dixon Woodworkers, 2012. What is a smokehouse? Back before refrigeration, yeah, you had to smoke meat. And it was done in 2 steps. First, cuts of ham, shoulders, and roast were packed in salt for about 6 weeks. And then they were smoked inside for about 2 weeks. And they would often use oak or hickory to kind of add flavor. And yeah, there you go. The meat would now last for about 2 years. I'll just walk over and take a look at the fountain. I'm sure it looks and sounds good when it's cranked up, turned on. And yeah, you see it would shoot out of the top, it looks like. Pretty good shot closer up over here. But to continue the timeline, after Dr. Huston passed away, the house was passed on to his wife, and she's the one that gave it the name Poplar Hill. After she died, it was passed on to the daughter, one of the daughters, and then she ended up selling the house out of the family hands in 1881. After that, it passed through several different hands. At one time, a family had ran an antique shop out of the first floor. And then it was originally gifted to the city of Salisbury. So same over here, that bullseye window up there. Oh, yeah, they'd hang a sign on you, full. And I'm sure they had thief, lush. Pretty neat. And Elizabeth Street, named after one of the daughters. And the road leading up to it here was lined with poplar trees originally. Well, here it is, kind of blocked by this tree. But yeah, it's really a 1.5-story house. I guess you include the basement and maybe a half story above. But yeah, English basement down there. You can't go down in. Slaves would sleep on the upper level, so you can imagine it was pretty hot up there. But yeah, one last good look at it. Oh, cool. So a little brass door knock, it looks like, right there. Pretty cool fan light with kind of a spider design. Yeah, we're out here in Delmarva, Eastern Shore of Maryland. A lot of good stuff out here. And I don't make it out here very often. Some Wacomico treasures. The Ward Museum of Wildfowl Art. Okay, zoo. And yeah, Pemberton Historical Park. Yeah, that's a great site. And through the spring, through the fall, they're open every other weekend. So yeah, check the schedule before you come out. But yeah, some pretty neat sites out here. And there's a lot of good stuff in the Eastern Shore of Maryland. Unfortunately, it's pretty far from where I live. By the way the crow flies, it's not that far, but you have to kind of wrap around the bay. Yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for Poplar Hill Mansion. And yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. And if you're out here, it's a pretty good place to walk around. It kind of reminds me of Petersburg a little bit. Some old Victorian houses. It's kind of in the Queen Anne style. Got another over here. And I passed several coming in. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. That's gonna be it, guys. As always, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.